This is going to be your reading all about what's next for you in love. So before I jump into what's next, I want to look at your current energy now so we can see kind of how you're going to be approaching this new romance that's going to come into your life. So let's take a look at your oracle cards. We have Peace. Really beautiful card. Number 23. I'm really drawn to that right now. I haven't necessarily been doing like a lot of numerology interpretations in this reading, but I am drawn to the number on this card for some reason. So that does reduce down to a 5. So this is maybe a bit of change of pace for you when it comes to feeling this peacefulness. We'll look into more of your cards and kind of see. We have Resolve. Number 32. Okay, so same thing. So these are just those numbers are kind of mirroring each other. That could be a sign. We'll see if like more ideas of mirroring come into this reading, but again, that reduces down to a 5 as well. So yeah, there's a change here. We have Trust. This is number 31. And we have the Fool. So you are coming through as the Fool in this reading, and that's a beautiful thing. That's not an insult. If you're new to tarot, you might have thought I just insulted you, but no, that's a very beautiful thing. So let's look at this. This peaceful energy really shows me that you are coming to a place, like you found a place of inner peace about where you are right now in your love life. This could also just be in your life in general. This could extend to your life. Like you are finding peace with where you are, which is a very, I want to say helpful energy. It's a very helpful energy. Should I go into all that? I'm not sure. Basically what I'm feeling like is that you've really, you've released the attachment to the outcome about things, which takes a lot of work. So anybody who's really familiar with like how we manifest things, how we bring things into our lives, you'll know, and because you're finding yourself in this place, you probably have picked up on this. Even if you really want something, if you're super attached to it, you're clinging to it, and you almost create an opposite effect. You're trying so hard to control the outcome that a lot of times you end up kind of bringing things into your life that you don't want, or pushing away exactly what you do want. So you've released the attachment to the outcome, or at least you're working on that, and that takes a lot of work. So it seems like that would be effortless. All you have to do is not care. That should be pretty easy, but it's not easy when it's something that we do care about, when it's something as important as our romantic life, our love life, and these connections that we have with other people. It's not easy to release the outcome, to release the need to control the outcome. That's hard, and you're doing that. You're working on that. So I really feel like just applauding you, because I know that that's super hard work, and you deserve a pat on the back for even attempting to do that work. So if you've even found yourself in a place where you're like, I'm just going to release this, and I'm just going to let it happen the way it happens. If you have even had that thought, then you deserve a pat on the back, because that is very, very difficult to do. So I feel like you've come very far. I feel like you have started to place more importance on yourself, on what you want out of life and what you're pursuing in life. So a lot of times we get caught up in our romantic, like in thoughts of our romantic lives or our romantic partners, and it's hard for us to move forward because we're kind of stuck, like waiting on somebody, waiting on, maybe you know who this person is and you're just waiting on them to finally make the move, or finally open up, or whatever it is. Or you might just be waiting on a person you don't know of to appear in your life, and it's almost like it gives you this feeling of like you're waiting to start living until this person shows up. Well, you're moving away from that place. You're moving into a place where you're not afraid to live your life right now, as it is. Like, you have enough peace in your life to live your life right now, and to not wait for like this magical person that you've never met before, or this other person that you do know who it is, to like get their ish together. Like, you're not waiting anymore. You are comfortable and secure in yourself enough to want to start living right now. The beautiful thing about this is, it can sound like I'm saying like, oh, you moved on and you don't care. And it's actually not that at all. You still care a lot. This is still very important to you. And it's like, that's why this is a difficult balance. It's a difficult balance to have something that you really care about that's very important to you, and to also release the grip on it at the same time. But you're really working on that, and I think you're making beautiful progress. The most interesting part about this attitude is that's when things come into your life. So it might feel like when you have a really tight grip and when you are like forcing something to happen, that's when it's going to come into your life, because you're working really hard at it. Like, you're putting in the effort, you're like getting that sweat equity in there. That's not when it happens though. Like, you can kind of look at anything that's come into your life. A lot of times things come into our lives when we forgot about them. This is probably a more difficult area to completely forget about, but it's just this, like, this sense of, I think you are perfectly poised to let things come into your life right now because you are at peace. And when you're at peace, you're going to attract more of that peaceful feeling into your life. That stressing out about the outcome of everything that was probably going on in the past is not helpful to creating anything but more stress. So, beautiful energy. Go you deserve a round of applause for this, because this is difficult work, and I think you're right in there doing the work. So then we move over to this resolve card. So this is, again, this feels a lot like a repeated message to really drive it home. I feel like for some of you, this might be something that, like, you have recognized, but you might not have realized the importance of it. So your reading is showing up like this because it's like, this is your opportunity to really drive this home. If you've found that there have been times that you're able to release this, and other times where you have such a tight grip you cannot let go, and you haven't known how important it is for you to let that grip go, here we go. I'm telling you, because your reading is showing up like your guides are like, we're not letting them get away without realizing that this is the energy that they definitely need to stay in. So again, we have this resolve. So resolve, we're talking about feeling settled, feeling secure in the fact that you know that this is going to be all right, that you know that this is going to play out the way that you want it to. You're confident. You're feeling more confidence around this. It's like you're exuding a self-confidence. So, side note, this next person that's coming into your life is very attracted to that self-confidence that you are exuding. They are very drawn to you. It feels like you have this really free and like life-loving nature. I don't know why that's coming through so odd, but yeah, there's like this certain freedom to you. There's a certain like zest for life that you are exuding, and I think that that's really what is going to pull this next thing in. That's a side note because we're not even there yet, but messages about your person are already coming through. They're very drawn to your like your way of being. It's like you have this very flowy energy about you. You have this very easy energy and this like childlike wonder, and they're so drawn to that. So that's another reason to stay in this place, because you're allowing yourself to be free. You're allowing yourself to be you, and that's what's really pulling this person towards you. If this is someone you've already met, someone you know, then they're gonna see the shift in you, and they're just drawn to it. Like, they're just drawn to that carefree kind of nature that you are just oozing. I don't know why these words like exude and ooze are coming to my mind, but there you go. You're just oozing it. Yeah, and there's a confidence to that. Like, I think sometimes that kind of carefree nature can just seem like, oh, you're just flighty and you don't know what's going on. Like, it could be looked at that way sometimes, but no, that's not the way it's coming through for you, and that's really not at all what it is. It's a confidence. Like, in order to be that carefree, in order to have that amount of peace, you do have a certain level of confidence and a certain level of faith. So that is shown. The two of you may connect on in an area of faith, like something having to do with your faith or your belief system. You're getting so many messages about the person in this section of the reading, which hasn't happened yet. So this person might be extremely eager to get to you, because they won't be quiet and let me tell you where you're at. Okay. I just think that like some of you, you've been working on your manifestation game, and I just want to say you're killing it. Like you're killing it, because if you know how to do this release thing, then you are at an advanced level of manifestation. Letting it go, like identifying exactly what you want and then letting it go, is advanced. And that's why I want to clap for you, because that takes work. That takes a lot of effort. Just remember, and I think you already know this because you have all this peace and this trust, a true manifester doesn't like come up with what they want and then worry about whether they're going to get it or not. That's not like, that's not masterful manifestation. And I think you're reaching a level of mastery here because you have this amount of peace about it. So you have this feeling of like, you know, you're going to get it, and that's what's bringing you this peace. Like you trust that this is going to come into your life. That brings me right here to this trust card. So yeah, you're trusting the process, you're trusting that you're ready, you're trusting in the universe to bring you exactly what you want, and there's just a certain amount of peace that comes with this. You're showing up as the Fool. The Fool is always ready for a new beginning, ready for a new opportunity, is optimistic. This is a very great place to be. You're in an open and receiving energy. So that's how you're approaching this connection that's coming in. Okay, let me clear this away. Open and receiving. Open and receiving. That is your energy. That is, I think you're going to be very open to this person. Like when this person shows up, you're ready for this. You're ready to receive this connection. It just feels like you've done the work, like on a deeper level than I usually mean when I say that, because like I was saying, it feels like you've reached some level of mastery when it comes to this manifestation game, like to the point where you can put it down. And that's how you know you're really good at something, like when you can set it aside, when you can put it down and like move on to something else, move on to like living your own life, you know, and figuring out what you want. Okay. We've got the 8 of Daggers, the 2 of Daggers. Really interesting energy coming through already. 2 blindfolded characters here. Interesting. Oh. Cards are jumping. We have the Fool again. The Magician. The Magician came out in pile number 1, and there was a lot of manifestation talk over there. Little bit of different energy, but you might want to check out pile number 1 because we were discussing manifestation a lot in that pile, and we were discussing manifestation for you as well. And then the Magician shows up. So and you're the Fool coming out again. I'm going to get the rest of your oracle cards out, and then we're going to look at everything as a whole. Let's see what you have. We have action. Right under that Fool card. Your messages are coming out so fast that like, oh, I'm trying not to interpret yet. I'm trying to just get the cards out, but like I can't. This person wants to talk to you. We have full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. New moon, new start is coming. Oh, you got a bonus card here. You have North Node, so this is step out of your comfort zone. That's a card. Little bonus card for you that not everyone got. 3 of those. We have soul connection and hope. Okay. Let me try to get this all to where you can see it, and then we'll talk about it. Really, really, really strong energy here. I'm gonna try to like not get too enthusiastic so I can speak, but just know I'm really enthusiastic about this. Okay. Let's talk about this. Okay, you're coming through as the Fool multiple times in this reading, and I think your person is showing up as the Fool as well. There's been a point in all of these readings where I can tell what the point of connection is for the two of you. It was showing up in this first position before. We'll look more at that because this might be part of it. The two of you are on the same page, though, for sure. I think both of you are showing up to this ready. So this is a person who, like, they've reached this level of mastery the same way you have. They've kind of been able to put it down and like move on with their lives, do what they want to do, be the full expression of themselves, be ready and open for this new start, this new beginning. And like the two of you are ready. Like, it's like you're gonna hit the ground running with this. If this is a connection that you've already have been in, and you're like looking to reconnect with this person, I think when this reconnection happens, it's going to be something that moves really fast. I'm hearing you're moving in together, and it's like, it's something about the suitcase too. It's making me think that. So it's something that moves really fast, and it's like both of you are just ready for this new start. You're ready to get going. Yeah, that's just taking me to this action card. There's a lot of action here. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of manifestation here. Let me just draw your attention to this Lovers card and the Soul Connection card. So this is definitely a divine partnership. This is a soulmate type of connection here. There's no way around it. There's no other way I can put it. You're showing up, both of you here, as the lovers. You're showing up as people who have a deep, deep soul connection. This person makes you feel like you are totally and completely loved. This person makes you feel like you're good enough, like this full moon in Virgo card says. And I think that what's beautiful about this is a place you've already reached yourself, which is, I think, what makes it so easy for them to do that and to encourage that in you. When they tell you that you're enough, when they tell you that you're beautiful, when they tell you that they love you, you believe them. And I think it comes from a place of really believing all of that stuff about yourself before this person comes into your life, or before they come back into your life. There's a lot that's been released between the two of you. Like with this Eight of Daggers energy, this Two of Daggers energy, we started out the reading like heavy with swords energy, heavy with air energy. So that might be significant to some of you. You might be an air sign, or this person might be an air sign. But at first it was looking like, whoa, like there was heavy air energy here. Air energy is fast moving. Air energy is communicative. It's also a lot of mental energy. So the two of you may connect on an intellectual basis. But with this Eight of Daggers, this person, I think, has come from a place of feeling really restricted, and I think that's something that the two of you can relate to. Like, you can relate on. You can see each other when it comes to this. There's a place of like restriction. There's a place of like things didn't feel like it was moving forward for both of you. And this might be because this is a connection that like stalled out and now it's coming back together. It's like this place of being stuck, but it's not necessarily being physically stuck, it's being mentally stuck. So it's like there's barriers being broken here, and I think the barriers kind of get broken through work that the two of you do separately, and then you come together. There is also, with this Two of Daggers, this feeling of a decision that needs to be made, or like a choice being made, and I think that both of you made the choice. Like, I think you made the choice to find yourself in this peaceful place, this place that's ready to move forward, and I also think that you make the choice to come together. This feels very deliberate to me. This doesn't feel like the kind of connection that just like, oh, it just kind of happened and I'm not even sure how we got here. It's like something feels very deliberate about it. So someone might be moving to be closer to the other. That kind of energy I was getting from the Fool card. It might not just be that the two of you are moving in together. There might be kind of like a big step moving in order to be close together. But I think this is someone who can be very decisive. It might have been something where it felt like the energy was kind of stalled and like neither one of you were all that decisive, but this is someone with the potential to be very decisive. You may have witnessed this in them in other areas of life, but they're going to be bringing that sort of decisive energy to this connection. I think what's great is I think both of you are being pretty decisive about it, and I think these decisions are coming from a very intuitive place, but it also feels like there's a lot of thought behind it too. The Two of Swords is interesting energy to me because like, due to the blindfold, we know that there is a feeling of like you're having to feel something out because you can't really see what's going on. And that can be by choice or by circumstance. You might choose not to look at what is happening and just do what feels right. But there's also this feeling of like, of knowledge, of like having the facts. And I think that they really go together. It's like the way that you feel about something is information. It's important information, and you might not have to look at all the facts and all the little details about something to know what choice you're making. So there is this feeling that there's a lot of choice involved here. There might be things that you have to choose between. There might be difficult decisions to make, or maybe not so difficult, but I get the feeling that you choose this person and this person chooses you. Again, with the Magician, like I was saying in reading 1, we had a lot of manifestation talk, and I think there's definitely heavy manifestation energy in this reading as well. There's a feeling that the two of you really manifested this. I feel like this might even be kind of a longer process for you than in group 1. Like there's a lot of experience here. I think there's a lot of manifestation experience here. There's a lot that has gone into this for you to reach this place. But now you're reaching this place of the lovers. You're reaching this place of connection. I think that there will be it just kind of feels like this person is into moving forward with you, especially with this Fool energy. I just feel like both of you are so ready to just take that leap and just dive. There is too, with this energy here, a new start is coming, new moon energy, and step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, this is a feeling of, I think you're so ready to step out of your comfort zone. I think that this is just a little bit of a reminder. I get the feeling that like you don't really need that advice because you have this Fool energy. You have this like, I'm just gonna leap energy. I am feeling that for some of you this might happen really, really fast because of this Fool energy coming through on both sides. Also, we have this Swords energy, which can be pretty fast moving. So the relationship really might move fast, and the two of you, again, like I'm thinking that you're going to be moving in together for some of you, or moving closer, moving nearer to each other. But there is this like, there's this feeling that like it's just gonna go, like it's just gonna go really, really fast. I think there's a lot of open communication here, and the two of you really feel like soulmates. Yeah, I don't. It's such a beautiful energy. I think also there's this confidence that comes through. Like, I think that this person finds you so attractive and you're so attracted to them too. Like, it's more than just physical, but there's something that really draws the two of you together, and it just is dissolving insecurity. So if there's like little sticky points, little places where you haven't felt your most secure in past relationships, or places that you just want a little bit of reassurance, I think this person does that so effortlessly. I am definitely feeling that where the two of you are going to meet, and like, I don't mean meet physically, I mean meet like relate to each other, like connect in the mind, is this idea of just being ready to dive in head first. And I love it because I don't think it comes from an immature place. I think it took a lot of releasing this 8 of Swords energy here to make your way over here to this Fool energy. There was a lot of limiting beliefs going on, I think, for both of you. There was a lot of negative self-talk going on for both of you. There's a lot of self-imposed restrictions going on for both of you, where you weren't even maybe willing to look at the opportunities, to look at what could happen. With this blindfolded energy happening in both of these cards here, there's a lot of this, and I feel like there's work that happened that like got you to the Fool. So the Fool is it's actually a wild card. It's not really the first card of the major arcana, but it is like, it's numbered 0 in most decks, which puts it as the first card. It's the start, it's the beginning, and that can feel like an immature energy. It's like this is the very beginning and there's so much more to come. So that could be like somebody's not really thinking things through. But no, I think for you guys, this is like a brand new cycle. So you've been through some cycles. You've leveled up, you've matured, you've worked through a lot of things, and now you're starting in this more peaceful place. And like peaceful in the sense that you just have the peace and the like the inner solitude to be able to dive in. Like this doesn't feel like immature energy kind of diving in. This feels like you've been through enough to know that you should dive in when this relationship presents itself. You've been through enough, and I feel like for a lot of you it's like you've been through enough crap, or you've been through enough waiting to know when you need to like move, when you need to get out of your comfort zone with this card. So yeah, you guys are moving forward. There's a really, really hopeful energy, a really optimistic energy around this. Let's get a little bit of advice for you. What was that? Okay. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Yeah, I think there's a lot of a lot of physical attraction between the two of you, and I think that just the fact that you can be yourselves around each other is what really turns you on about this person and what they feel really drawn to about you too. So instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. I love that energy. I think that part of you releasing the need to control the outcome kind of comes down to that. It's like you are feeling more confident in the fact that things are going to play out in the highest good, like in the best way possible for you and everyone involved. And that's what let you kind of let go a little bit and release the need to control it. The universe has my back. Yep. I'm going to get one more card for you, but it's like, yeah, this is what you have come to realize, and I think this is what this person has come to realize as well. That you don't have to control it. You can have peace. You can let it go. You can dare to even forget about what it is that you're drawing into your life, and it will come anyway. Isn't that a beautiful thing? I honor how I want to feel. Such beautiful energy, and that is this magical part of bringing these things into our lives, like knowing how it is that you want to feel and feeling that way. And I think for you, what you wanted to feel was peaceful about this. And like there might be a particular way that you saw that coming, like maybe if this relationship comes back together, I can relax and I'll feel peaceful, or maybe if I meet that person, I'll relax and feel peaceful. But the trick to this is you have to find that bit of inner peace maybe before you see any evidence of this in the 3D. So that's the place that you are at, or that you're coming to. You're more focused on how you want to feel than on like this particular outcome. And when you can stay in that place of feeling the way that you want to feel, then you can release your hold on it, and then everything that you've been envisioning can just like pour into your life. I'm really excited for you guys, and I just think that you deserve so much credit for the work that you have done, and your person deserves so much credit for the work that they're doing as well. And I think that the two of you, when you come together, you're going to have a lot to celebrate, you're going to have a lot to talk about, you're going to have a lot to connect on, because it's very possible that nobody else in your life understands this. Like you might not be around people who kind of like get this, like get what kind of work you had to do, get like how mentally and emotionally straining this work can be. And I just feel like this person's gonna get it. This person's going to get you. And the two of you, I don't know. I feel like the two of you might really make progress in your relationship quite fast. And that could be in the form of moving in together, or making the move so that you can like see this person every day. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there, group 3. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Round of applause to you for doing this work. If you enjoyed this reading, if any of this resonated, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it. And I will hopefully see you again in another reading very soon. Bye.